Yes.
Lordship, may I mention, Lordship?
Good morning, man.
Yes. Good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
Lordship, may I mention, Lordship, outside the list, Lordship?
Mr. Ambassador, there is a system which is running for more than 1 year. Everyone knows how to mention outside the list. Go through
Lordship,
the
Lordship.
consult other lawyers and then mention. Yes, call the list. What do you think? I am sitting five minutes late. I was hearing all the mentioning matters. There is another link.
Lordship.
Mentioning was going on. Yes.
From Delhi Congress, under the heading Order to Defect, serial number 1, MN number 40 of 50, Mr. Devendra Kumar Sahu with Shweta Singh for the petitioner.
Lordship, in this matter, Lordship, the earlier counsel had expired, Lordship. I got the wakalatnama and filed it, Lordship. But the appellant could not procure that file from his office, Lordship. I'm just praying for 4 weeks' time in order to remove the defect, if any, Lordship.
You have filed wakalatnama?
Lordship, I have filed.
Fresh wakalatnama has been filed on behalf of the appellants. First up, the counsel appearing prays for 4 weeks' time to remove the defects. Prayer allowed, lest this case after 4 weeks. In the meantime, defects to be removed.
Obliged, Lordship.
Serial number 2, MN number 46 of 50.
Hello.
I am appearing for the claimant's respondents. We have filed an interlocutory application in this case. This appeal is still under the heading of defective. This appeal was filed in the year 2016 against an interim order in terms of no fault liability. Under section 140 order was challenged. And this appeal appears to be, as from the cause list heading, it appears that it is still defective. And an interlocutory application has been filed on behalf of the different respondents, that is IA 4873 of 2018, seeking for a relief for a direction from this honorable court for disbursement of the interim compensation amount.
What happened to the application under 166?
In the meantime, the final award has been disposed of. The final award has been passed. That has been annexed with the IA interlocutory application.
Yes, Mr. Ashutosh Sharma.
My lords, may just adjourn it for two or three cases, my lord. I'll just check the status of the 160 application, my lords, if we have filed an appeal or not, my lords. Because this is under the contractor's plan. My lord.
Even if you have filed an appeal, what will be the status of this?
My lord, because the interim award merges with the final award.
Finished.
So I'll be required to withdraw this appeal, my lords.
Withdraw it just now.
हाँ, my lords, एक बार बस check कर लेते हैं, इसलिए 2 or 3 केस के लिए, my lords.
Sorry. लिखिए तो. Mr. Arthur Banerjee, appearing on behalf of the respondent, submits that a final award has been passed in motor vehicle case number 81 by 2014 by the Motor Accidents Claim Tribunal at Bokaro. Which place?
Bermo at Tenughat. MSCT Bermo at Tenughat.
He further submits that this particular appeal is against an interim order dated 3/9/2015, passed under section 140 of the Motor Vehicle Act. Full stop. Next paragraph.
My lord, I just checked. We have filed an appeal MS 776 2018.
Full stop. Mr. Ashutosh Anand submits that against the final award, MA 776.
My lord, 2018.
2018 has already been filed. Full stop. Since the order under challenge, next paragraph. Since the order under challenge has been passed under section 140 of the MV Act, and this interim order merges with the final award, which is dated.
The final award is dated 19/4/2018.
19/4/2018, this appeal is rendered infructuous.
My lord, there is an interim order passed on 3rd of August, by which there was direction to not disburse the amount which was deposited.
My lord,
3/5/2008.
just one. Statute amount we can be
We have referred to the
sent to the lower
interlocatory
court, or
interlocatory
it may
application,
be refunded to the.
whereby the deposit was the order of conditional deposit was there.
The
With
statutory
the
amount, the statutory amount should be refunded to the insurance company. I disposed of.
My lord.
Yes,
Serial number 3, MN number 60 of 15, Mr. Kumar for the appellant.
Pray for 3 weeks time to remove the defect.
3 weeks time.
Yes, Lord.
3 weeks time as prayed for to remove the defect.
Serial number 4, MN number 75 of 16, Mr. Ashutosh Anand for the appellant. With serial number 5, MN number 73 of 16, serial number 6, MN 74 of 16, with serial number 7, MN 80 of 16, Mr. Ashutosh Anand for the appellant in all those cases.
Yes, Mr. Ashutosh.
My lord, I am appearing in this case, my lord. Mr. Ashutosh Anand has given no objection, so I will file this week the wakalatnama and remove the defect, my lord. Rakesh Kumar Gupta.
Okay. Mr. Rakesh Kumar Gupta submits that he has filed. You have filed or you will file?
I will
Wakalatnama?
file. 1 week,
Submits that
within
he-
1 week.
And he will file a fresh wakalatnama on behalf of the appellants in these cases. He prays for some time to remove the defects also thereafter.
My lord,
Full
I
stop.
received only for the serial number 5, 6 and 7, my lord. Not for the 4.
Yes, serial number 5, 6, and 7.
5, 6, 7, my lord.
Order in respect of 5, 6, and 7. Prayer allowed. List this case after 4 weeks. Yes, Mr. Ashutosh Anand. Okay, no one here appears on behalf of the appellant. List this case after 4 weeks. Serial number 4.
Your Lordship, I am appearing for state reports.
Yes, give your step.
Serial number 8, MN number 98 of 16, Mr. Rajendra Kumar Singh, Ms. Rekha Singh, Mr. Dharmendra Kumar Mandriya for the appellant.
Yes, there are defects.
Yes, my lord. If the defect is for limitation petition filing, I shall file it within 2 weeks.
And on the request, this case is adjourned so that the defects can be removed.
And one thing, my lord,
Yes.
this case, that claimant has also filed a case that is MB number 2002 of
First,
16.
these are under the heading with defects. All the cases I've got listed is pending for removal of defects. Yes, next.
Serial number 9, MN number 107 of 16, Mr. Suraj Singh, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Jha.
Yes.
My lord, I am appearing in this case, my lord. The no objection certificate has been obtained, but by Monday I will file the wakalatnama, my lord.
You know, the defects, the counsel, Mr. Rajiv Karan, submits that he will appear on behalf of the appellant and will remove the defects. After filing wakalatnama. Prayer allowed. 3 weeks time to remove the defects.
Obliged, my lord.
Serial number 10, MN number 134 of 16, Mr. Pratyush Kumar for the appellant.
Lord, 4 weeks time may kindly be given for reported defects.
6 defects.
4 weeks time as prayed for to remove the defects.
Serial number 11, MN number 313 of 16, Mr. Vijay Kumar Roy.
माय लॉर्ड, इसमें हुजूर 1 दिन का लिमिटेशन होता है जो पेज रनिंग पे 27 में देखा जाए 31/5 को हम ऑब्टेन किए थे हुजूर और 2/6/16 को रिपोर्टिंग हुआ था उस पे 1 दिन वहां से कि निकला हुआ है और इसमें हम बोलते हैं कि विद इन टाइम है, यही है अंतर। तो जो कहा जाएगा वो फाइल कर देंगे।
If you want a joke, there is nothing said जो कहा जाएगा। The matter is before me. What law says, I will do. If you want, you get a judgment. This appeal is barred by limitation. There is no petition filed, so it is dismissed.
माय लॉर्ड, एक दिन का है जो तो हम फाइल कर देंगे।
So I don't know. There is no limitation. The petition, the matter has been listed. That without a limitation application, that means there is no petition itself.
Lord,
And I
I will
can't file a limitation petition. I cannot extend the time. I can condone the time.
ये हुजूर रजिस्ट्रार जनरल साहब क्या
Mr. Vijay, I understand one basic thing. Granting you time for the limitation application means I'm extending the period of limitation from today. That which I cannot do. I can condone your delay.
आइए ये 2 सप्ताह टाइम दे दीजिए आइए फाइल
Also, the petitioner prays for 2 weeks time in this case. Prayer allowed. Adjourned.
मान लो
Yes, how much time to remove the defects?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Serial number 13, number 398 of 16, Mr. Virendra Kumar, photo of the land.
I pray for 4 weeks time for defects.
4 weeks?
3 weeks, Lordship. Other time I plan.
Yes?
Okay, Lordship, I pray for 3 weeks time to
3 weeks time to remove the defect. As prayed for.
Serial number 14, number 204 of 18, Mr. Suraj Singh.
Lord, I am appearing for the appellant. My Lord, I am praying for 3 weeks time to remove the defects.
3 weeks. As prayed for.
Obliged.
Serial number 15, number 230 of 18, Mr. Ratana Tiwari.
May I pray your lordship 3 weeks time to remove defect?
3 weeks time. As prayed for.
Obliged, your lordship.
Serial number 16, number 274 of 18, Mr. Sachinandan Das, Mr. Prakash Singh.
My Lord, appearing on behalf of the appellant, my Lord, I pray for 3 weeks time, my Lord. Remove the defect, my Lord.
3 weeks.
My Lord.
Serial 17, number 455 of 18, Mr. Jain Upadhyay.
Yes, how much time? Mr. Upadhyay, how much time you want to remove the defect?
Sorry, all defect may be my office. All defect may be removed below.
You have removed all defects?
Yes, Lord. My instruction, my office notes. Well, I am check and verify, Lord. Code fees and type copy.
Defects should be removed within 3 weeks. And ensure removing all these, I'm telling you all, ensure removing these defects within the time. If these cases are again listed, I am telling you, I will dismiss all these cases for non-removal of the defects.
All right.
Serial number 18, number 593 of 18, Mr. Uday Chaudhary, Mr. Sanjikant Thakur, photo of the land.
3 weeks time.
3 weeks to remove the defect as paid for.
Serial number 19, number 772 of 18, Mr. DC Jha, photo of the land.
Lordship, 4 weeks time we give because the statutory amount has to be deposited. 4 weeks time.
4 weeks to remove the defect.
Serial 20, number 2 of 90, Mr. Dilip Kumar Prasad.
Okay, please, my lord.
How much time to remove the defect?
As your lordship directs it.
What do you mean by as your lordship directs it? You tell me, I am giving you.
Yes,
the
my lord.
opportunity.
Obliged,
How much time you want? How much time you
4
want?
weeks
Tell
as
me.
4 weeks as your lordship said.
4 weeks as prayed for.
Obliged, my lord.
Next.
Serial number 21, Mr. Sudhir Kumar Sharma, photo of the land.
My lord, in this case, my lord, I have removed all the defects, my lord, except, my lord, 1 and 11. That I pray for ignoring the defect, my lord. Because, my lord, in
1 and 11.
1 and 11, to ignore, my lord.
One and 11, office note.
There are 11 defects, madam.
Is it that it has been removed?
Other I have removed, my lord, all three defects, except 1 and 11.
When have you removed?
My lord, I have removed on 23/11/20, 2 to 7, 9, 10, 23/11 को हम remove किया हजूर.
23/11/2021.
तुम तो केस करके यहाँ से निकल पाओगे?
तो वहां से
रास्ता में पकड़ाएगा तब तक
अच्छा कर लेंगे, कर पे जाएंगे.
हम तो 11:30 में निकलना ही है, हमको तो कोई उपाय.
What is this going on? Two to 7,
9, 10.
What is defect number 2?
My lord, defect number 2 is PO name and applicant number 1, 2, 4, 7, 8 may be corrected. PO. Post office.
What is defect number 3?
Defect number 3, my lord, parentage of applicant number 7 to 8 may be corrected.
Annexion number may be given at page 46 of memo. What is 46? Annexion 2. Six you have removed.
My lord.
6 is?
6 is PO of the respondent number 1 to 3 may be corrected.
Evaluation. Six you have not. Oh, sorry. 6 is PO name of respondent number 1 to 3 may be corrected.
My lord, that I have corrected. My lord.
PO name of respondent number 1, PO 1 to 3. Yes, all the defects have been removed. And how the office has reported? Submitted before bench for orders. In view of further.
Except number 1 and 11.
The office note dated 5/2/2022 states that in view of further stamp reporting dated 29/1/2019, the defects number 1 to 11 still stands. Full stop. Next prayer. The counsel appearing on behalf of the appellant submits that he has removed all the defects, 7 except defect number
1 and 11.
1 and 11. On 23/11/2021.
My lord.
23/11/2021, and while putting an endorsement on 23/11, full stop, while in 21, full stop, he submits that he has already endorsed that he has removed the defect 7 except the defect number 1 and 11, which he prayed to ignore. Full stop. Why 11 you are praying for ignore?
My lord, so far as defect number 1 is concerned, applicant number 12 of certified copy of the impugn order, my lord,
Yes.
That is, has not been made party. I have stated in my petition in paragraph 8, my lord, she has died, my lord, and he has no issue. She was unmarried. Therefore, I have not made him party, my lord.
It has to be by a separate application. Where have you stated?
Then I will file a separate application, my lord.
You have to file a separate application for that. That is one. Defect number one. Then
And अगर वो हट जाएगा तो 11 जो है ऑटोमेटिक नंबर चेंज कर जाएगा, इसलिए वो हमारा ठीक है। 11 जो है वो मर जाए, इसी की वजह से ठीक है, वो एप्लीकेशन हम दे देंगे।
8 you have not removed. Respondent number 15. Detailed address of number 15 you have not given.
Then I will remove 8. ठीक है, जो इसको within 2-3 weeks I will remove. 4 weeks, my lord.
क्या लिखे? Which he prays to ignore. 1, 8 and 11. 1, 8 and 11. Which he prays to ignore. Full stop. Next paragraph. From the endorsement made on 23/11/2021, this court is prima facie of the opinion that in a most mechanical manner, without even going through the file brief, the dealing assistant has made the notings dated 5/2/2022. When, full stop. This court has also found that many of the defects, as pointed out by in SR dated 29/1/2019, has already been removed. In spite of it, the aforesaid noting was given. Full stop. The dealing assistant should be cautioned the Registrar General is directed to take appropriate steps in this issue and ensure that a proper stamp reporting, note is made by the dealing assistants when the case files are placed before the court. Full stop. Next para. So far as the defect number 1, 8 and 11 is concerned, the same cannot be ignored. Full stop. The learned counsel is granted 4 weeks time to remove the defects. Let a copy of this order be the Registrar General.
I will file the petition, my lord. Then
you have to file the petition and make necessary corrections.
My lord.
Yes. Next.
Serial number 22, MA number 101 of 90, Mr. Ramakant Tiwari.
Your Lordship, I have filed my wakalatnama in this case, my lord. I need 3 weeks time to verify and remove the defects.
Mr. Nikhil Ranjan submits that he has filed wakalatnama in this case. Full stop. On behalf of the appellant, full stop. He prays for 3 weeks time to remove the defect. We are allowed 3 weeks.
Serial number 23, MA number 230 of 19, Mr. Sitish Chandra Mahto, Mr. Akshay Kumar Mahto for the appellant.
Yes. Who is appearing? The defects have not been removed. Full stop. No one appears on behalf of the appellant also. By your last indulgence, 3 weeks time is granted to remove the defect.
Number 24, number 243 of 19, Mr. T.N. Mishra.
My lord, I am on behalf of claimant. Only my prayer is to change the nomenclature of this case, my lord. This is cross objection of MA number 205 of 2016. And rest defects will be removed in 3 weeks, my lord.
So you have, if the nomenclature has to be changed, you have to do it. You have to file an application for that.
My lord. My lord. And
3 weeks
my
time
lord.
to remove the defect.
My lord. इसको 205 MA 205 2016 के साथ लगवा दिया जाए तो माय लॉर्ड उसी का क्रॉस ऑब्जेक्शन है ये.
Remove the defect.
ओके माय लॉर्ड. माय लॉर्ड.
Lord, may I permit to withdraw this matter, Lord?
What is your name?
Lal Vikram Nashik, Lord.
You are on record?
Yes, Lord.
लिखिए advocate, learned advocate Lal Vikram Nath Sahadev, on instruction of his client, seeks permission to withdraw this appeal. First of prayer allowed, dismissed as withdrawn.
026, amendment number 277 of 19, Mr. M.V. Lal, Mr. Rajiv Kumar Karan for the appellant.
Yes.
My lord, as per my information, there are two defects. The limitation petition has to be filed, that has been filed, my lord, and to file wakalatnama for appellant number 2, my lord. My lord, in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, I will file wakalatnama for
3 weeks' time to remove the defect.
oblige.
Serial number 27, amendment number 309 of 19. Mr. Arvind Kumar Lal, Mr. Chetan K. Nage for the appellant. Limitation petition is required.
No one appears. There are no other defects. Release this case after 2 weeks under the heading for orders.
Serial 28, amendment number 310 of 19, Mr. Nikhil Ranjan, Mr. Abhishek Anand.
My lord, 2 weeks time may be given for removing the defect for filing limitation.
2 weeks time to remove the defect.
Yes, my lord.
Serial number 29, amendment number 311 of 19, Ms. Mangwa Pali for the appellant.
Yes, how much time? No one appears. 4 weeks time to remove the defect.
Serial 30, amendment number 388 of 19, Mr. Alok Lal.
But in this case, after the stamp reporting has been done, certain defects have been pointed out. Those defects may be minor, those may be ignored.
What are the defects?
But I have not seen the defect. After the stamp reporting, after the certified copy has come down for correction, defects have been pointed out.
Relationship.
The defect removed. 3 weeks time to remove the defect.
Ready to 4 weeks, Lord. Ready to 4 weeks.
4 weeks time.
For 418 of 19, Mr. Arvind Kumar Sinha, Mr. Bhagat Prasad, Mr. Praveen Kumar Verma.
Yes, Mr. Verma.
3 weeks time may be given to remove the remaining defects.
Lordship, on behalf of the respondent, Lordship, I am submitting that previously also preemptory order was passed, Lordship.
As per our record, my lord, on 28/12/2021, we have filed typed copy and all the remaining defects. So as per our record,
Further stamp reporting was done, Mr. Counsel. 3
yes,
weeks.
so we have not seen those defects, my lord. So 3 weeks may be given.
3 weeks time.
Obliged, Lord.
Serial number
Obliged.
32, number 487 of 19, Mr. Rohitas Roy, Mr. Tarun Kumar Mato, Mr. Kaustav Panda.
Lordship, I pray for 2 weeks' time for removing the defects.
2 weeks.
Obliged, Your Lordship.
Wait for.
Serial number 33, MA number 504 of 19, Mr. Rajesh Kumar Mahata.
Lordship, in this case, Your Lordship, as per my information, Your Lordship, an affidavit has to be filed by the appellant, Your Lordship. Now, the appellant is not approaching me. I have tried him several times, Your Lordship. He says that some compromise has been held between the parties outside the court. Now, he is not approaching me. So, I pray for withdrawal of this case with no instruction, Your Lordship.
Why should you withdraw?
Asked him to come down and swear an application to that effect, but he is not coming, Your Lordship.
2 weeks time to remove the defects, failing which this appeal will stand dismissed without further reference to the bench. 3 weeks.
As all right.
Serial 34, MA number 506 of 19, Mr. Arvind Kumar Lal. For the appellant, 5 weeks.
Yes, Mr. Lal. No one appears. 3 weeks to remove the defects.
Serial 35, MA number 511 of 19, Mr. Arvind Kumar Lal, Mr. Chetan K. Nagesh. 3 defects.
3 weeks to remove the defect. No one appears.
Serial 36, MA 514 of 19, Mr. Vijay Kumar Sharma. 8 defects.
Where is Mr. Vijay Sharma? No one appears. However, 3 weeks time is granted to remove the defect.
Serial number 47, MA number 532 of 19, Mr. DC Ghosh. For the appellant, 2 defects.
No one appears. 3 weeks time. However, 3 weeks time is granted to remove the defects.
Serial 38, MA number 558 of 19, Mr. Mukhtar Ahmed, Mr. Miss Khalida Ayashmi.
Your Lordship, I am appealing in this case, Your Lordship. 3 weeks time may be granted to
3 weeks time is paid for to remove the defects.
Much obliged, Your Lordship.
Ensure removal of the defects.
Indeed,
If the case is listed again for removal of the defect, and if it is seen the defects are not removed, I will outrightly dismiss all these cases.
Indeed, Your Lordship.
2016, 17, 15, these are cases, 16 cases which are lying here defective. And I will not also restore. I'm telling you.
Your Lordship, we have removed the defect. After removing the defects, these defects have been pointed out, Your Lordship.
Okay.
Much obliged.
Yes, please.
Serial 39, MA number 562 of 19, Mr. Ashutosh Anand for the appellant.
Your Lordship, I have received instruction from the client to appear in this matter since Mr. Ashutosh Anand is now a government advocate and cannot appear in this matter. So I have not, some time may be granted. I will file my wakalatnama and remove the defect.
Nikhil Ranjan submits that he will file wakalatnama on behalf of the fresh wakalatnama on behalf of the appellant, as he has received instruction to appear in this case. We'll stop his case for some time to remove the defect. Prayer allowed 3 weeks time to remove the defect.
4 weeks maybe, then I'll have to file my wakalatnama also, my lord.
How much time it will take to file a wakalatnama if you have it? You are having the wakalatnama with you?
My lord, I have received telephonic conversation and it will. The client is very old, my lord. She'll be sending
4 weeks. 4 weeks.
My lord, obliged.
Serial 40, MA number 569 of 19, Mr. Nikhil Ranjan, Mr. Atul Rai for the appellant.
Lord, in this matter, earlier time was granted and defects have been removed, my lord. On 2/3/2020, I filed the certified copy and deficit stamp. Perhaps further defect, I'm unaware, my lord. 2 weeks, I will verify and
Further stamp with 3 defects.
Further stamp reporting. 3 weeks time granted to
Oblige, sir.
remove defects as pointed out.
Oblige, sir.
Serial 41, MA number 574 of 19, Mr. Gaurav Kumar for the appellant. Three defects.
Yes. No one appears, however, 3 weeks time is granted to remove the defect.
Serial 42, MA number 575 of 19, Mr. Ramesh Kumar, Mr. Amitabh, Mr. Mukesh Kumar Sinha, Mr. Vikas Kumar.
My lords, I am appearing in serial 42. Then appeal under employees.
How much time?
Only one point.
Defect.
I will remove the other defect. The point which I have seen that here there is a defect that statutory deposit of 25,000 is to be given.
There is no provision of depositing 25,000.
Yes, there is no provision. The provision is actually filing of a certificate.
But there has to be a certificate file that you have deposited the amount before.
Yes, that is the provision. So I don't think that should be the defect which is written in my file given by the earlier council.
So let me see whether it is under the WC Act or not.
No, it is not under WC, it is under employees compensation. Otherwise, both section 30 of both the act are same.
Yes. It is not under the MV Act. That is not the defect.
That is not the defect, my lords. I have not seen the file, but there's a note and a letter of the earlier council to send a draft of 25,000, which should not be in this case, my lord. It is actually a certificate of the entire deposit before the court below.
This is not the defect. This defect was never pointed out. This defect was never pointed out.
Although I thought that there is a letter by the earlier council that 25,000 draft is to be given. But that cannot be.
So that on the prudence of the earlier council, it has been done. It shows the prudence of the earlier council.
But I pray for 4 weeks time to remove the existing defect.
4 weeks time is prayed for to remove the defects. Mr. Ratnesh Kumar prays for 4 weeks time to remove the defect. We are allowed in this case after 4 weeks. Yes.
Number 43, MA number 576 of 19, Mr. P.C. Sinha for the appellant. One defect, limitation petition required.
Is this case after 2 weeks under the same heading, under the heading for orders? As no one appears.
Lordship, I appear for Reliance Lordship Insurance respondent number 3. In this case, my senior's name, Mr. Amit Das, name may be indicated, Your Lordship.
Why? Mr. Amit Das is not before me. Why do you indicate Mr. Amit Das's name?
Lordship, then it may be indicated then that I am his JC, Your Lordship. I was humble.
Mr. What is your name?
Sahai Gaurav Piyush, Your Lordship.
Sahai Gaurav Piyush appears on behalf of the respondents. Yes, next.
Serial 44, MA number 582 of 19, Mr. Mahesh Kumar Sinha.
Yes, Mr. Sinha, how much time you want to remove the defect? Mr. Sinha?
In this case, I pray 4 weeks time.
4 weeks. There are 3 defects.
I pray 4 weeks time, my lord, for removing the defect.
4 weeks time to remove the defect.
my lord.
45, MA number 588.
My lord.
Mr. Gaurav Kumar. For the appellant.
Yes, Mr. Gaurav Kumar.
Obliged, my lord.
I am for the respondent, my lord, in this case.
No one appears on behalf of the appellant. However, 3 weeks' time is granted to remove the defect.
Serial 46, MA number 590 of 19, Mohammed Asadullah for the appellant. Two defects.
I pray for 3 weeks time.
Yes,
I
Mr.
pray for
Gaurav.
3 weeks time.
3 weeks' time to remove the defect as prayed for.
3 weeks.
Serial 47, MA number 595 of 19, Mr. Rajesh Kumar Jha for the appellant. One defect.
3 weeks' time to remove the defect. No one appears. However, 3 weeks' time is granted to remove the defect.
Serial 48, MA number 613 of 19.
Your Lordship, in this matter, I filed fresh wakalatnama. I need 3 weeks time. Lord. It may be
3 weeks' time is prayed for to remove the defect.
Serial 49, MA number 614 of 19.
Lord, in this matter, also 3 weeks time is needed. I filed my fresh wakalatnama.
3 weeks as prayed for.
Serial 50, MA number 624 of 19, Mr. Sadhu Mahato.
3 weeks time may be granted, my lord.
3 weeks' time as prayed for is granted to remove the defect.
My name will be appeared, my lord.
Your name is
But
there.
yes.
Have you filed wakalatnama, Mr. Mahato?
My lord, Okaratnama is coming, my lord. Late Sardo Mato will be.
Yes.
Late, my lord.
Yes. Next.
Under the heading for orders, serial number 51 with serial number 52, MA number 52 of 50, MA number 1 of 50, Mr. D.C. Jha for appellant in first case, Mr. Alok Lal for appellant in second case, Mr. Alok Lal responding in first case, Mr. D.C. Jha responding in second case.
My lord, in item number 52, MA 1 of 15, my lord, the paper publication could not be made on 6 and 7, your lordship. By the time we have sent it, that time has expired. So I'll take fresh steps, my lord. I'll give fresh draft may be given by the office, my lord.
Draft.
In which, Lordship, in 52, Lordship, first case, your Lordship, 52, 2015.
Yes.
In this case, the draft was given to me. I have handed over it to my company, and the receiving is with me for the publication on 6 and 7, your Lordship. But I have not received any instruction whether they have published it or not. So I have to take instruction whether it has been published, because I have already handed over and that their receiving is with me. But I could not get confirmation from them.
In 51, Mr. Jha.
52.
52, Mr. Alok Lal is appearing.
No, I am appearing for 52.
52 is my case, sir.
Arey sir, 52 is my case. The brief is with
Item number
me.
52 हम बोल रहे हैं. Item 52 बोल रहे हैं.
52, 2015, item 50.
That is item 51.
Yes, Lordship.
That is item 51. लिखिए तो. And Mr. Alok Lal is saying about item number 52. You are saying about case number 52. Mr. Alok Lal is saying about item number 52.
that was confusion, Your Lordship.
Okay. In both the cases, the appellant will file fresh draft for service of notice in terms of Order 5, Rule 20, capital A of the CPC. Within 2 weeks.
Lordship, if in my case it has been published, then there is no question for fresh draft, Your Lordship. So I have to take instruction.
Type this order in serial number 52, that is MA 50. So far as 51, MA 50, serial number 51, which is MA 52 of 15, write down. The appellant will inform this court as to whether notices have been published.
Yes.
In terms of Order 5, Rule 20A
yes.
of the CPC or not.
And if they are the same, responses are the same.
Copy of the newspaper along with affidavit should be filed.
Yes.
By way of an affidavit should be filed. Yes.
Serial number 53, MA number 5.
Lordship, may kindly see the order dated 2/2/22, Your Lordships.
Yes.
There are multiple wakalatnama on behalf of the respondent. Therefore, Lordship adjourn the matter to verify.
Yes. Yes. Where is Mr. Hemant Sikarwar?
Respondents were directed to explain, Your
Where is
Lordship.
Hemant Sikarwar, BP Srivastav, Manimala, and Kumar Ayush? Yes, where are they? Until and unless they say that we are not pursuing or they are withdrawing their wakalatnama, their appearance. Where are they?
Nobody is appearing. Last time also nobody appeared, Your Lordship.
Yes. Where is Mr. Hemant Sikarwar, BP Srivastav, Manimala, and Mr. Kumar Ayush?
बोलिए
Yes. Yes. Manish Kumar?
आवाज ही नहीं आ रहा।
Mr. Manish Kumar, you want to say something? I can hear you. Yes, Mr. Manish Kumar, you want to say something?
Yes, Lordship, I want adjournment today. Because Learned Council responded out of a station.
Who is out of station?
Hemant Sikarwar, Learned Council on the respondent side.
There are other lawyers, Mr. BP Srivastav, Manimala, Kumar Ayush, they are there.
नहीं बोले दे आर इस केस में सर उन्हीं के थोड़ा करना है।
No, this, how could this person file wakalatnama without taking no objection? How could they?
हम इसको विड्रॉ करना चाहते हैं।
Who are you? Who are you?
I am junior of the Hemant Sikarwar.
You have not signed the wakalatnama. Then how can you withdraw a wakalatnama filed by someone else when you have not signed the wakalatnama?
इसीलिए इसको एग्जाम कर दिया जाए, वो ले लेंगे, वापस ले लेंगे।
I don't know. There are other 4 lawyers, all are out of town.
Other lawyer. तो इसको थोड़ा देर बाद रख।
Yes, pass over. Call them, pass over.
Serial number 54, MA number 20 of 16, Mr. Kumar Gaurav for the appellant, Mr. Gautam Kumar, Mr. Sandeep Kumar Panwal, Mr. Manish Kumar, Mr. Virat Kumar, Mr. Amit Mishra for the respondent. Here, I for office seat of
I'm appearing for respondent number 1, insurance company.
I am appearing on behalf of respondent number 2, Lordship.
Who is for the appellant?
Gaurav Kumar's name is appearing, my lord. It is heading for orders, my lord.
Where is the learned counsel?
It may kindly be listed under the heading for admission, my lords, because the liability is upon the insurance company. It has
This is already an admitted case.
Oh, my lords.
The notice is, who is respondent number 3?
3, the driver, my lords.
3 is the driver. This is for enhancement
Yes, my lords. And liability is upon the insurance company.
with take down. This case has been listed under the heading for orders as requisites of notice upon respondent number 3 has not been filed. Just there is already an order. I have passed order on 27/10/2001. It is not necessary to issue fresh notice to the respondent number 3.
Appellant to take, yes, my lord. No, on that date, my lords, it was mentioned, but I have noted on my file, maybe I am wrong, my lords. Appellant to take step, put up, perhaps, my lord, the counsel of the appellant, my lords, had died, so some...
No, this Mr. Gaurav Kumar is there, Mr. Manish.
My lord. Then it is wrongly listed, perhaps, my lord, because owner has already appeared. And their very limited question is that it can be disposed of, my lords.
Yes.
But he is not here.
It is ordered dated 4/12/19. What sort of note is being prepared by the office? I fail to understand. Call the Joint Registrar Judicial and call the section officers. It's too much. Sitting here wasting time only for removal of the defects, pass an order in a mechanical manner on all these wrong office notes, wasting precious time on the court. Yes, call the next case, pass over. This one. If possible, we'll dispose it off today. If the claimant is appearing. Claimant, you are appearing? In this case?
Claimant has filed the appeal, my lord.
I'm asking who is for the claimant? Claimant is appearing today? Appellant? Who is for the appellant?
Gaurav Kumar, my lord.
Call him. And what is the issue here, Mr. Manish Kumar?
Issue is for enhancement, my lord. Future prospect has not been considered.
Tell Mr. Gaurav Kumar if he is connected. It is unnecessary. This small issue, the matter.
Yes, very small. This could be, my lord, easily disposed of.
This can be easily disposed of.
Because income and everything is on the basis of documentary evidence.
Yes, then. Unnecessary. Yes, call the next case. Tell Mr. Gaurav Kumar to appear.
My lord, my lord.
Number 55, MA number 86 of 16.
Your Lordship, I am appearing from the claimant, Lord.
Yes.
Lordship, 2 weeks further time may be granted to file an IA in compliance with the last order, Lordship. On the account of COVID situation, the same could not be filed.
What was the order?
So order was to file an IA for substitution and deletion of respondent number 1.
Which
respondent
case?
number 1 had died.
This is item number 55.
Yes, Lord, 55.
On the last occasion, time was granted to file an IA.
Claimants had taken the time, my lords, to furnish the name of the my lords.
They gave the counsel for the respondent of the claimant prays for further 3 weeks time to furnish the name of the heirs of deceased uh, respondent number 2.
Yes, my lord. Respondent number 2.
Number 2. So that the appellants can file an appropriate application for substitution. Full stop. Prayer allowed in this case after 2 weeks,
Yep.
3 weeks,
3 weeks, my
2 weeks.
Respondent number 5 and 6, my lord, appear, my lord.
Give us that.
Oblige me.
Serial number 56, MA number 301 of 16, Mr. DC goes for the appellant, Mr. Nitu Singh, Mr. Mukesh Kumar Mehta, Mr. Sunil Kumar Moto, Mr. DC Mishra for the respondent.
I am appearing on behalf of the respondent 1 and 2, my lord.
Yes. Yes.
I am appearing on behalf of respondent number 3, my lord.
Who is appearing for the appellant? Yes.
Some disturbance is there, my lord.
Mr. Ghosh, yes.
The issue is the simple issue, my lord. It is claimed that the deceased was.
Today it has come for condonation of delay for 4 days. Yes, who is for the respondent?
One and appearing on behalf of the respondent number 1 and 2, my lord.
Okay.
But we going to see Mr. Rajiv Sharma due to personal difficulty out of the station.
This is an application under section 5, Mr. Counsel. You argue. Do you mean to say that you are not competent to argue our petition under section 5 also? Of the Limitation Act?
Yes, yes.
With a delay of 4 days. Yes, what do you have to say?
1 week time in.
What good time for this? Mr. Counsel?
I am appearing on behalf of the respondent, my lord.
I am asking you, you have to oppose this, or what do you say? An application, a petition has been filed.
No objection, my lord. On limitation, no objection, my lord.
No objections. That you say that. Okay. IA number 4668 of 2016. Full stop. This application and next paragraph. This application has been filed under section 5 of the Limitation Act to condone the delay of 4 days. Full stop. It has been submitted that after obtaining the award, the file was sent to the divisional office where a decision was taken after obtaining a legal opinion, to file this appeal. He submits that this process consumed 4 more days than the statutory period. Full stop. Next para. The counsel appearing on behalf of the opposite party has got no objection if the delay of 4 days is condoned. Full stop. After considering the application, I find that sufficient ground has been shown to condone the delay. Prayer allowed. IA allowed. Delay is condoned. Just give me 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. I'll join after 5 minutes.